Well, it looks like another overcast day. I'll tell you what, a couple of days ago we were in this back bay here catching some nice crappies using just a crappie minnow and a hook and a rocket bobber. Well, these water temperatures have warmed up a couple of more degrees. We're up probably in the upper 50s right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a 64th ounce jig tipped with a little plastic. It's kind of like a rat finky type thing or a rat cell. And then I've got a mini rocket bobber set up about a foot or so, foot and a half. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fan cast this. These rocket bobbers, average casting distance is 30 to 40 yards. So I can really cover some water. And they're designed to lay flat on the water until the fish takes the bait with these light bait presentations. And so as soon as that bait, that fish takes that bait, that bobber is going to start to stand up. You can set the hook. Now I see an old log over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to target that log first. Just going to kind of cast out. You know, a lot of times you can target these logs, you can target any type of structure. There's an old weed point over here coming off that with some new growth there. That was where we were catching fish a couple of days ago with the minnows. But I had spotted this log over here, and I'm thinking that should hold fish. A lot of times if you can pick up one or two, maybe three fish, then you can just keep off a log, then just kind of try another area and then go back. Those fish will just keep coming back. The key is to get right, there he is right there. That was one. You know, with these plastics, we've got a little bit of a wind right now, which is moving that bait. You know, if there's no wind at all, there's a crappie. Look at him, he grabbed it. If there's no wind at all, then what you want to do is cast out and then just let it sit for about 30 seconds and then bring it back, probably a foot or two, and then which raises that bait up. Let that bait drop down again. It's a nice little crappie. Come on, Mr. Crappie. These bobbers are just so sensitive. I'll tell you what, they'll lay flat. As soon as that bobber starts to stand up, you set the hook. You've got them right there. You got them right in the lip. Just a great way, real easy, especially when these fish are in thick like this. All right, buddy, one for the bucket. Kind of straighten my plastic out here again. Let's try that again. It's just off that log. Put one right on. Boy, I'll tell you what, these pike are back in here right now, feeding on these bait fish and these crappies. Come on, Mr. Crappie. There he is. Gotcha. As soon as that bobber stands up, I'll tell you what, set the hook, because they're not going to hang on to it very long. Crappies and plastics. Nice eating crappie. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that settle down a little bit where that log is. I'm going to try another area right here. You know, we picked up a couple of fish off that log. Now what I'm going to do is let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to work this grassy area. I see a little bit of grass sticking up over here, and just let this bait this plastic kind of drift through there. There he is. Gotcha. Well, that's the key, is caught a couple off that log. I'll let that log sit. Now I'll just try another area for a little bit. You know, with these rocket bobbers, average casting distance of 30 to 40 yards, you can cover some water. Just a great way to go out and get a meal of crappies. As soon as that bobber starts to stand up, you set the hook right in the lips every time. Not bad little crappie. Let's go get another one.